Honorable members of the U.S. Senate, dear friends, on behalf of the people of Iran and the Iranian resistance, I extend my gratitude to the sponsors, Senator Tiles and Senator Shaheen, and all the co-sponsors of Resolution 145, which calls for the full protection of the fundamental rights of the resistance members at Ashraf Tree. This initiative is at the heart of a decisive political strategy, a strategy that relies on the Iranian people and Iranian resistance and can save the world from the ruling religious fascism in Iran. A regime which is the source of war and conflict in the Middle East, the global banker of state terrorism, and seeks to obtain nuclear weapons. Two different policies are possible to confront this regime. The first is a policy based on attempting to change the regime's behavior or encourage it to retreat. This policy has already failed. As the regime's leaders have repeatedly stated, they will never abandon their policy of repression, the export of war and terrorism, or the pursuit of their nuclear program. It is a lesson that this regime has learned from the downfall of figures like Gaddafi. The policy of exporting terrorism and fundamentalism has been clearly outlined in the regime's constitution. The experience of the past 46 years demonstrated that this regime does not uphold its promises and pledges. In 1988, Khomeini declared it is permitted to violate contracts and even religious obligations to preserve the regime. In the first decade of the century, following the revelation of the regime's secret nuclear weapons, sites by the NCRI, Khamenei even agreed to seal uranium enrichment sites. However, a year later, he broke all seals and expanded the regime's nuclear activities. Today, Khamenei's closest advisors openly emphasize the need for building an atomic bomb. However, there is a correct strategy that can bring an end to the threats and existence of this regime by relying on the Iranian people and resistance. This strategy is put into action by a resistance that has fighting forces on the ground. Young people who are dedicated, organized, and led by the Amriki that has been the main force in the battle against the Revolutionary Guard for the past few decades. And due to its wide social base, the Amriki has gained access to the regime's most secret nuclear and terrorist plans and informed the world about them. No one has recognized the danger of this strategy more than the mullahs. They promote the false notion that there is no alternative to the regime because they want to mislead the people and divert their attention from the very force on the ground. This is why they use the remnants of the previous dictatorship to spread lies about this resistance and divert their attention from the force that has been at the forefront of the struggle against this regime for 46 years. In line with this strategy, I have repeatedly emphasized that we do not seek money or weapons or foreign troops to bring about change in Iran. The people of Iran expect the international community to stand by them and acknowledge their right to fight against this regime. To this end, the United States Senate can pass a bill that recognizes the right of the resistance units to fight against the Revolutionary Guard Corps to overthrow the regime. Thank you all very much.